So looking at the types of properties that we've helped, now this is a mixture of properties that we've helped buy in the past and some current properties at the moment. Some past developments in Essendon, IMEX Apartments, 33 apartments. There's a church heritage overlay in there. There was actually 4 2-bedroom units in there. In the Vale Apartments in Edith Vale, a bit further out, but to get a 2-bedroom apartments under $400,000, and they're being finished in January, the client's going to do well on that. So you're $399,000 for 2 bedrooms, which is good buying. In Northcote Pottery Terraces, this is a development that's been happening over the last 2-3 months. There was 54 townhouses. Now, there was over 2 acres of land here, and they're 3-level apartments, about 15 squares of living. 53 apartments have been sold in 3 months. I've got advice today there's 1 apartment left, and there was a mix of 3-level and 2-level apartments. It's amazing how quickly good developments sell. 2 to 3 months, 54 apartments pretty much sold. We had a few clients buying there. Roy Apartments, this is a bigger development than normal, but you can see it's not a high rise. It's 170 apartments, but there's 3 levels on this U-shaped building to the north side, 3 levels at the back and 6 levels over here. Up the top, great views across the city. North Fitzroy is only 2 kilometres from town. Spring Street turns into Nicholson Street, tram out the front. Very popular. We help clients buy in there. They did really well. We had about 6 clients buy 1 bedrooms at $350,000. Good buying. They're probably worth $380,000. They've only had them, and bought them like some months ago, and they settle in 2 years' time. In Wellington Street, St Kilda, 32 apartments, again sold over a couple of months. They started at $329,000. They were bought about 12 months, 15 months ago. They're settling in a couple of months' time. The clients are going to make, the ones that paid $329,000, about $50,000. Just what's happened in the last 12 months and the fact that we bought really well in that development, I genuinely believe that those units, $329,000, are going to be worth $380,000, and they haven't even settled on them. Now we don't expect to make dollars over an 18-month period like that. It'd be nice. It does happen a lot, but the main thing is when we settle on buy a property for $329,000, when we go and settle on it, we're only paying $2,000 stamp duty instead of $18,000. So that's one benefit, and it's brand new, and there's good depreciation benefits. Crimea Street, we've just helped 4 or 5 clients buy in this development. 1 bedroom is around $399,000, and 2 bedrooms in $500,000 range. Yeah, they're a great little development. If you have a look at 24 Crimea Street in St Kilda, they may even get on Google, like a couple of clients that did, and they have a look, and there's an old house at the moment that's going to be demolished in January, February, and they'll build this, and it'll be settling in December next year. Very hard to get boutique little developments in sizes of 16. That's pretty small. One of the most trendiest places in Melbourne is Chapel Street in Prahran and South Yarra. This is a development of 84 apartments over 7 levels, 1 and 2 bedrooms. They start at $390,000. There's apartments there that don't actually have car parks. For a car park you have to pay a low $400,000 for that, but it's an amazing spot. The cafes around, it's opposite the town hall there, very trendy, cosmopolitan area, a great place. Tenants just love being there, as does owner-occupiers. Just down the road, about 400 metres down the road, in adjoining South Yarra, there's Echo Apartments, and we've got these at the moment. They start at $390,000, overlooking a little park here, 6 levels, starting at $390,000, $390,000 to $430,000. We're focused on. We've reserved about 5 apartments in that. And that's going to be quite good. Just an old factory there at the moment, and that's obviously going to be totally demolished and redeveloped. Around the corner from our business in Richmond, in Burnley Street, there's a big vacant block of land. It's opposite a really supermarket development, and this is called Ruby Apartments. 4Ks from the city, mix of 1, 2 and 3 bedrooms. The one bedrooms, smaller one bedrooms at $355. We're focusing on the genuine size one bedrooms at $399,000 for our clients. 2 bedrooms around $500,000 to $550,000 in that price range. This development's probably going to take a good 2 years, probably 2.5 years to settle. So anyone that buys something now pays their 10% deposit. And just on that point, while I think about deposits, so I normally get the question, you buy a $500,000 property and you've got to put a 10% deposit down for 2 years, $50,000. That $50,000 actually sits in a solicitor's trust account or a real estate agent's trust account. And that's your money until the vendor supplies the product according to the contractual terms. So if they don't perform, or they don't perform within the period of the contract, you will get your money back. So a lot of people will say, oh, what if I can lose my money? What if the builder goes broke or something? What if the developer goes broke? I've had that happen once before, and another developer come over, bought the site off him and took over the contracts, and the purchasers didn't even know any difference. I was one of them. So your money is never at risk, and when we talk about paying a cash deposit, there's options about paying a cash deposit or getting a bank guarantee. Without boring you with that, there's options to mitigate your cost in servicing that while the 2 years transpires. So this is a long development because it's a bigger development, and that's probably going to take a good 2 years to build. What they're doing now, once upon a time, Brunswick was outside the residential zone of Melbourne, and they used to make bricks to build houses from these kilns. And now, as obviously Melbourne's way past Brunswick, they're trying to redevelop and got permits for redevelopment of these kilns, and they're basically turning. There's 19 apartments in here, and of split levels. There's a mezzanine level up the top. And these one-bedroom apartments with car parks, $357,000 to $380,000, and that's pretty good buying at $357,000. One bedroom's close to the city, brand new, that's got a 3 in the front of it. They're becoming scarce. It's very, very quickly becoming a 4 in front of it. Now, to give you an example of a client that bought this one bedroom, one of my clients, we had actually about 6 or 7 at the time. They paid $305,000 to $320,000 for the one bedroom units. Footscray was really going ahead with what was being spent in the area. 2 years it's taken, and when they settle, these properties actually may be worth about $360,000 to $370,000, and they're probably going to make $40,000 to $50,000, which I wouldn't have thought so at the time, being that great appreciation, but they've done it, and good luck to them. That's fantastic. So over the course of the 18 months to 2 years that they've built these are the type of progress reports that we provide our clients. They get a letter or an email with the information how the development's going. So a few different stages there. You can see the views of the city and how far away from the city here. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I come to the conclusion here. Obviously I'll have a chat to everyone at this presentation afterwards. We're here to help. How we can help you. Some people are in different positions in their financial investing. Some people, to use a baseball terminology, some people on first base, some people on second base, some people on third base, a lot of people on not even on a base at all. And some people say to me, Steve, I can't really do anything. I'm not in a position to do something. If I can help you in understanding of what they need to do to get to the first base, well, that's part of the process. This is a long-term relationship we're trying to build, and a lot of people I have spoken to, and I'll give you an example of even using my brothers and sisters. I've got 3 brothers and 3 sisters, and they come out of university, and a lot of them were engineers. They didn't have a brass razoo, but had good incomes. And I said to them, you need to show them how to do some investing. My parents bought their first investment property with my brothers and sisters when they were 55. And my parents were semi-retired. They had equity in their home. My brothers and sisters had good incomes. We bought a couple of properties together, and we bought this 2-bedroom unit in Richmond for $290,000, and my parents used the equity in the home. Brothers and sisters couldn't have done it on their own. My parents couldn't have really done it on their own because they didn't have the income, but they had the equity. So together, over a period of time, the property after 5 years went from $290,000 to $400,000. Because the value had gone up, the loan of $300,000 on a value of now $400,000 was less than 80%. It was only 75%. So the family home could be released as security to the Richmond property. So that was released, and the property continued, and the family home was released out of the equation. And therefore, my brothers and sisters got a share in some equity that they otherwise wouldn't have had. So if you've got no cash deposit, if you've got no equity in your home, if you've got no parents and you've got no mates, I probably can't help you at this stage. But where there's a will, there's a way. And if I can't talk to you about your situations and point you in the right direction, well, I'll go he. But thanks very much for your attendance. Hope you enjoyed that. We'll have a chat afterwards. Thanks for your attendance. Thank you. I hope you really enjoyed the presentation. The main thing from here, if you're in a position to do this, take action. The longer you leave it, the more people you talk to, the less likelihood of things happening. Please refer to our website, www.investmentbuyersnetwork.com.au. We're here to help, and I look forward to your contact. All the best.